The patrol boat is definitely one of the more unique towers in TDX, being only one of 2 water-type towers in the current state of the game, and actually quite underestimated in terms of its firepower. Literally. With its top path Hellfire missile having a total of 110 DPS for only $33,000, along with its bottom path counterpart, the Flame Tanks, dealing a staggering 345 DPS for $55,000, not including its virtual infinite pierce. The patrol boat easily solidifies its place as the perfect mid-game tower. But there's a tiny flaw. It can't see stealth zombies. That's the one thing holding the patrol boat back from being an A-tier tower. However, what if we were able to help it out a bit? What if we used the laser gunner or sniper's ability to unstealth the zombies for it to let loose? How overpowered could it possibly get? Well, let's find out together and see what its true potential unfolds. We decided to start on Fort Summit because of the extremely large length of the map and its perfectly sized pond right in the middle of it. The range of the Hellfire boat is already incredibly large, and with the pond being smack dab in the middle, it can cover almost 90% of the map, giving it plenty of time to deal as much damage as it possibly can. After the small buff to the patrol boat's starting price, both me and Ghost placed it down on wave 1, while Eternal and Papel actually papelera
Papelera.
papelera papelera. Papel and Eternal started farming. Waves 1 through 8 were extremely easy to get by, with only 2 boats around level 2 too. Only problem was the hiddens, which Eternal ended up placing a couple of snipers to handle, which didn't really do much when the zombies got out of the range, but we placed one in the back to make sure we didn't leak anything at all. On wave 13, I upgraded my boat to its attack version, giving it explosive damage per shot. By setting its targeting to strongest, I make sure I hit all the big clumps of zombies and hopefully at the same time damage some of the stealth zombies to lessen the burden on the few snipers we had. And before the wave could even end, Papel brings out some sad news and announces his departure mid-game. To be fair, we were recording this on New Year's Eve, so you get a pass this time, buddy. Anyway, disregarding the man down from the team, we decided to still push forward in his honor. A stealthy revived ranger quickly runs through all of Eternal snipers, but we didn't think much of it because we had all the time in the world to worry about it later. With the money Ghost had saved up, he goes ahead and buys the flamethrower upgrade and sets the targeting to random, so he can hit as many zombies as he can since the flames linger onto the zombies, dealing damage over time. Then came wave 20, the infamous abomination wave. Normally, these zombies would have caused us a lot of trouble, but it turns out that with the combined DPS of both the dual guns and the monitor upgrades of the boats, plus a laser beared sniper, it was more than enough to suffice, allowing us to melt through the abomination with relative ease. Immediately right after, on wave 21, I was finally able to afford the Hellfire missile upgrade, which greatly increased its damage and range, allowing us to not have to constantly worry about anything leaking anymore. With the extra money on hand, I decided to place another patrol boat while Ghost simultaneously gets his boat maxed out to a flame tank. With Eternal perfectly timing the sniper's flare gun ability to de-stealth the incoming zombies, everything was smooth sailing from here. Skipping to wave 26, the stealthed abomination rush, we had our defenses nearly quadrupled, along with Eternal having plenty of snipers to de-stealth the incoming rush. With the overwhelming amount of DPS output of the patrol boats, there was absolutely nothing that could stop us now, aside from the boss, which was coming in the next couple of waves. Out came the revived Plague Doctor, swinging and pounding his scythe. Though it was all for show because we immediately melted his HP. I mean, look at this. I slowed down the footage and everything is still going down ridiculously fast. I guess it was really safe to say that we had this one in the bag. It was too easy. I mean, even with the man down, we easily got to wave 27. Although I am proud that the patrol boat was able to get this far, I just thought the Plague Doctor would be stronger. Well, with the easily defeated elite mode out of the way, we can now move on to... After witnessing the absolute decimation of the Plague Doctor, we went into our first expert match full of confidence. The team consisted of Lorings and I, whom we decided to farm first, while Eternal and Papel defended early with a couple of laser gunners. Going into this, our main plan was to play out the early game like any other expert match, except when we passed wave 10, we obviously used the patrol boats along with snipers as our main source of DPS. There's also a couple of waves we need to address before moving forward, something I like to call the wave check. These are waves to look out for throughout the match, such as wave 7, where armored heavy zombies appear, which is immune to bullets, and wave 25, where armored runners are first introduced, which is basically immune to damn near everything. Bullets? Nah. Explosives? Nah. Freeze? Nah. The armored runners are no joke and should be a wave to be renumbered. Laser gunners, being able to ignore the bullet resistance at level 2, helps us get through the first wave check. A couple of waves later, on wave 10, I placed down my first patrol boat and set it to last so I can take care of the pesky grenadier. While the laser gunners make quick work of the night, the boat helps clean up the rest. Shortly after, I upgraded the boat to its attack version so I can damage nearby zombies, even if they're hidden. On wave 14, Lowrings places a sniper and begins to upgrade it towards this bottom path, so we wouldn't have to rely so heavily on the laser gunners. Other than that, this wave was pretty easy. If you can handle the first wave check, then this should be your first paycheck. Anyway, skipping a couple of waves, wave 19 brings us our first encounter with the elite grenadier. If you thought the normal one was bad, this guy can literally throw tanks to the front lines, while simultaneously blinding you in the process. Although this isn't what I would technically call a wave check, they are still really annoying and should be addressed immediately, which is what I do by targeting the boat to last so we can slowly chip away at it until it finally dies. Fast forward to wave 24, I upgrade my boat to dual guns while also placing another boat on the opposite path to level 4. Lawrence and I have a couple of laser barrel snipers ready to maximize the boat's damage, whereas Eternal and Propel upgrade the laser gunners in preparation for the incoming zombies. However, we've made one vital mistake, and that was not killing the elite grenadiers. With them being alive for so long, they've kept spawning shockers that stunned our troops and tanks that would act as bullet sponges, taking the hits for the other zombies to cut through. And then came wave 25.
If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd like to do
Bullets? Nah. Explosives?
Save
nah.
every day
Freeze?
till eternity passes.
The armored runners are no joke and should be a wave to be renumbered. To be
renumbered.
renumbered. To be renumbered.
If I could make days last forever, if words could make wishes come true.
Even after my own warning, we lost. But we had a vision, a goal, determination. This is only the first attempt, and we were just getting started. Wasting absolutely no time at all, we immediately jumped back to where we were, only this time we removed the weakest link and brought in some fresh meat. Instead of only me placing the patrol boats early game, we decided that more of us should pitch in and place their own. So Ghost plays his flamethrower boat near the start, and Low Rings places her dual guns boat right behind mine. By having the flamethrower boat so close to the entrance, the elite grenadier gets damaged heavily early on, so that when it reaches my boat, I'm able to target weakest and single it out, giving us an overall easier time to clean up the rest of the zombies before wave 25 could approach. Now, as the moment of truth, with all our defenses free to focus on the armored runners, we were finally able to take them out and proceed with the rest of the match. The waves from there on out were no issue. We simply continued to farm and build our defenses. Wave 30 was our next big wave check, which sends out 3 stealthed predators. If left unchecked, they could kill some of your more valuable towers and cost you the game. I quickly get to work by spamming a buttload of cannon fodder towers for the predators to shoot at, while the rest of our team places more boats. Me and Low Rings occasionally use the sniper's ability for our boats to see what they're shooting at, while she simultaneously controls the EDJs in the middle of the pond to give them an extra fire rate boost. With the patrol boat's immense firepower, we easily beat the predators and move on to the next wave. Wave 31 was filled to the brim with enemies that give no cash and are immune to almost everything. Basically the armored runners' older brothers. But since these guys were fairly slow, our flamethrower boats took its time melting their HP while the rest of the boats finished off what was left. Albeit very slow, we still managed to finish them off. The next couple of waves consisted of us using our support abilities when we needed to, and fitting the last few boats into the pond. There was really nothing to worry about because of how much time we had to handle a threat if it were to appear. So we kinda just sat back and relaxed. Then came wave 36. At first, it didn't seem like nothing too crazy since we had enough snipers to reveal the armored runners until the jammers came in. Being unable to unstealth the runners while hopelessly watching as they multiplied, becoming even faster, we with the armored runners quickly rushing towards the end, we had no time to react and lost. But we've had gone too far to stop now, and I had a plan to conquer those speedy bastards once and for all. Picking up right where we left off, just as last time, we changed the team composition a tiny bit by removing the fourth person entirely and bringing back Papel. The plan was pretty straightforward. For one, we placed more flamethrower boats in each corner of the pond since the armored runners don't have resistance to fire, making it super effective against the runners. And two, I preemptively placed snipers all across the map so whenever the runners were to get too far, I could reveal them without being blocked by the pesky jammers. Now here they come. I select each sniper one by one, making sure I reveal as many runners as I can before moving on to the next, while also making sure the jammers aren't getting too close. And just as I thought, my plan worked wonderfully, finally be ridding of the armored runner threat for good. The only thing that was left for us. And there he was, basking in all his glory. Right when the farmers received their money, we quickly sold them before it could destroy them, and got straight to work afterward. Lowerings constantly used the EDJ's encore while simultaneously using John's ability. Meanwhile, Papel and I would focus on rebuying the boats instantly after he destroys them. Some of the stealthed runners tried squeezing by, but we weren't having any of that, and we just decided to place laser gunners in the back to finish them off. The Eradicator's HP was going down at a rate we would have never expected. Albeit slow, it was pretty darn impressive, for a tower only costing 2,000 coins. Anyway, the money Lowerings and I had were dwindling at an alarming rate, with Papel following suit after placing down some boats of his own. We had him at half HP, we were so close, but we just didn't have enough money. With him killing our defenses extremely fast, we burned through our money extremely fast. But we were right there. Victory was so close. He was only at half HP. So we tried it again and lost. And again and lost yet again. Money always seemed to be the issue. How is it so that no matter how many... This whole time, countless hours spent playing the stupid map over and over again. And not a single time did we think to use baits. Eternal, you son of a bitch. We had all the Infinity Stones. We knew exactly how to beat the Eradicator now, bringing back a fourth member to the team. Silly and I would spam as many baits as possible, while Papel rebuys boats if needed, and Lowerings on supports as usual. Although he killed some of our boats, the baits were working and took most of the damage, giving the patrol boats more time to shoot at him while he was busy looking elsewhere. This was by far the fastest we've taken down his HP in any run. We were relentless and focused. When something died, we replaced it immediately. Nothing but pure determination was flowing within us. And then... Sell your boats! Sell your boats! We need the cyber! We need the cyber! Yes! 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 Keep shooting! Yes! Keep shooting!
Come on!
Keep shooting! More!
Oh my god! There's
Yes!
no way
Yes!
to-
Keep shooting! Yes! Come on! Come on!
Come on! Yes!
Come on! Come on!
Yes!
Please!
Yes!
Yes! Yes! Yes! Yes!
No!
Oh my god!
No way!
Oh my god! Yes!
Let's go!
We did it! Thank you guys so much for watching and your amazing support on my last video. Until next time.